You've been a good mate, Bea. What do you mean, been? Forgetting me already, your bag? I'll never forget you. Never. Me neither, Lizzie.
Goodbye and good luck, Lizzie.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson.
Are you sure you're going to be all right?
Yeah. It's been a pleasure knowing you, Mrs. Davidson.
The pleasure's all mine, Lizzie.
Where's Dor? Miss Bennett? Dor's not here.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Let you back inside again?
Oh, Miss Bennett! Where's Doreen?
Anything else?
Only this. Cook needs extra meat tomorrow because of this afternoon's barbecue.
They certainly enjoyed the change.
They won't appreciate it. They'll just complain when they can't have it all the time.
I'm sure you'll be able to manage, Vera. Wentworth won't be quite the same without Lizzie Birdsworth.
No, the women are going to miss her. No phony heart attacks to cover up misbehaviour.
Well, if that's all. Yes?
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, it's about Lizzie Birdsworth.
Just a moment, Vera. What about her?
She's still outside the gates. She's been there for over an hour.
Wasn't Doreen Anderson supposed to meet Lizzie?
Yes.
Well, she hasn't arrived. How is Lizzie, Ted?
Looks pretty upset.
Oh, well, thanks for letting me know. I'll take care of it.
That's typical of Anderson.
Lizzie's quite upset.
And so she should be, locked up for 20 years and then left standing in the street. So much for honour among thieves.
I'll give her a lift to the halfway house and find out what's happened.
Well, I'll get these fixed.
Afternoon, Mrs. Davidson. She hasn't moved since I've been here. I think she's pretty scared.
Hello, Lizzie. Doreen not arrived yet.
Where is she, Mrs. Davidson?
Oh, she's probably having trouble getting here.
I'll give her trouble. What if she isn't? What if she don't want to see me?
Of course she wants to see you.
She didn't answer me letter. What if she don't? I got nobody else.
Well, you know what Doreen's like. She's probably mixed up the time. Look, why don't you come with me to the halfway house? I'm going that way.
What if she met some nice people and they didn't want to know about this?
We can find that out at the halfway house, can't we?
I'd much rather go back inside, Mrs. Davidson. Please.
Now, you know that's not possible. Come on, Lizzie. The taxi's coming.
Mrs. Davidson? Oh, nothing. I'm okay. No, there was nobody home. Yes?
I'm Erica Davidson.
Mrs. Davidson from Wentworth. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Rhonda's the name, Rhonda West.
How do you do? This is Lizzie Birdsworth. She's just been released from Wentworth. I believe you're expecting her.
No, we weren't. But I'm sure we can organise something.
Lizzie is a very close friend of Doreen Anderson.
Yes, I know. I've heard her talk of you lots of times, but she didn't mention anything about today.
I wrote Dora a letter telling her I was getting out today.
Look, you better come inside. Doreen's just home from work. Visitors, Doreen?
Oh, Lizzie! Lizzie, what are you doing here? Oh, geez, it's good to see you.
Why didn't you meet me?
What are you talking about?
I wrote you a letter. I was waiting.
But I didn't get any letter. I didn't get any letter, did I, Rhonda? Oh, geez, Lizzie. Were you waiting outside the gates all that time and I never turned up?
Well, if you didn't know anything about it, it's not your fault, Doreen.
It's that Paul Reed, that social worker. It's his fault.
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't deliver the letter. I gave it to him and he said he was going to deliver it yesterday. Personal.
He didn't. I was here all day.
I'll speak to him, find out what happened.
He didn't deliver the letter. That's what bloody happened. I'll tell him a thing or two.
Well, don't worry, Lizzie. It's all turned out okay.
That's his bloody job. Leaving a person there with no one to pick him up. Who does he think he is?
Well, Mrs. Davidson will fix it.
I certainly will. First thing in the morning.
Oh, listen, Lizzie, what about you and me going down the pub after tea to have a celebration?
Yeah. All right. We got a lot to catch up on, haven't we?
We sure have.
Well, I must be going. Goodbye, Lizzie. Doreen, you can leave that matter with me.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Davidson.
Yeah, Mrs. Davidson. Thank you.
I'll see you out.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, have a good day. Oh, listen, did you remember to take steaks out of the freezer?
Yeah, they should be thawed by now.
Good. Well, how was college?
How's college all the time? It was okay.
Good. So... Okay, you first.
I went and saw the CES today.
Oh?
Yeah, I saw the careers officer. You know, about engineering apprenticeships, just to find out, you know?
I see. Well, that's what I wanted to discuss with you. I saw Mackenzie today. We had a long chat about you. He said you've got a bright future, provided you learn to concentrate during your lectures.
Look, I've told you, all that academic stuff, it craps me right off.
It craps off a lot of people, Tony, but they stick with it to give themselves a chance.
Chance at what, Dad? Look, Mackenzie says I'm good. I know I'm good. But I want to get out and do something, not just talk about it.
Now, listen, mate, it's a hard world. It's not getting any easier. Kids without education are being thrown to the wolves.
There are plenty of jobs for engineers.
And don't kid yourself. You're not an engineer yet. And you're not likely to be if you make a habit of dropping out before you finish anything. Finishing things, that's important. I've seen lots of kids in your same situation. Making the same mistakes you're making, Tony, and believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
That's all I am to you. Just another one of your cases.
That's not true.
It doesn't matter what I think or what I want or anything. You always know what's best. You don't even bloody listen to me.
Tony, finish your course. It isn't for much longer. Then if you want to get a job, fine. You'll have a 100% better chance of getting it.
Shush yourself. You're making more noise than I am. Now, just a minute.
You remember that brew we made at the cooking class?
And the screws didn't have a clue.
Oh, that was a good brew, that was. You know what I used to think? I used to look out through them bars and I used to think, I'll never get out to see a pub again.
Well, you sure made up for it tonight, Lizzie.
Strange how things change in 20 years. All that foreign plonk in the bottle shop. We wouldn't have touched that nowadays.
But it's not foreign, it's made in Australia.
Get away.
True, and some of it's pretty good too. You ought to try it.
I will. Hey, what about this young bloke you was telling me about?
Oh, he's just a guy at work.
He's a bit struck on you, is he?
No, he's just a guy I talk to.
There's more in it than that, I reckon. You know what I think? Just when I finally get out of that stinking prison, you're gonna elope and leave me on my own again.
Oh, Lizzie, break it down.
That's what's gonna happen. You mark my words.
Oh, no way, Lizzie. All blokes are the same. They all run out on you. All of them. Yeah. Blokes, they never care. There's no chance of me running out on you, Lizzie. Lizzie? Come on, Lizzie. Come on. Come on.
Okay, Miss Bennett, I'm coming. Oh, I thought I was back inside.
Oh, come on, Lizzie. You'll get used to it.
God, Dor. Fancy me thinking you was Vera.
Come in.
Morning, Mrs. Davidson. You wanted to see me?
It concerns Lizzie Birdsworth. I understand she gave you a letter to deliver to Doreen Anderson.
Lizzie Birdsworth. Oh, my God.
After nearly 20 years in prison, Lizzie was released yesterday afternoon. She had no one in the world except Doreen. She was left alone outside these gates, terrified, and thinking that Doreen had let her down.
Yes, I know, it's unforgivable. Did she make it to the halfway house all right?
Fortunately, the guard realized something was wrong and rang through.
I'll go out there straight away and apologize.
What I would like to know is how you let it happen in the first place.
Mrs. Davidson, I accept that what happened with Lizzie was a considerable lapse on my part. It won't happen again.
You'd better make sure it doesn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come in, Mrs. Jackson.
Some forms for you to sign. Anything wrong?
Apparently, but I am not to be told. Meg, I don't make a point of prying into the private lives of my staff, but Lizzie Birdsworth was left outside the prison gates yesterday afternoon with no one to meet her. Paul Reed was meant to make the arrangements. I may be wrong, but it seems completely out of character for him to make a mistake like that. I think he's having personal problems and won't say. Another lapse like that could cost him his job.
Well, all I know is that when the police phoned a couple of days ago about arresting someone for stealing his car, they said it was his son.
I see. Well, you seem to get on better with him than the other officers. I wondered if you could say...
I'd like to help, really, if I can get him to talk. But my experience is he just shuts off. Well, I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
Morning, Vera. You lost something?
Have you seen my transistor radio?
Sorry, haven't set eyes on it.
I must have taken it home. Oh, I don't know.
Have a cup of coffee.
Good idea. Things around here are going from bad to worse. Not even the criminals are sticking together.
What do you mean?
Doreen Anderson. She was meant to pick up Birdsworth yesterday, and she left us sitting out there not knowing what to do.
You can't blame Doreen for that. Lizzie wrote her a letter to say she was coming. Paul Reed was supposed to deliver it. He forgot.
Forgot? Well, that's hardly good enough, is it? Apparently Mr. Reed isn't all he's cracked up to be.
Oh.
Coffee won't be a minute.
Is it cold in here, or is it just me shaking?
It's just you shaking.
I ought to be locked up. Keep me away from the filthy stuff.
Here you are.
Honestly, I'm gonna sign the pledge. Ooh, that's nice and warm.
Can you manage?
I reckon. That's good. It's good to see Dora again.
She's doing really well. I think she's going to make a go of it.
Who else lives here?
Betty, Tracy, and Linda. There's 5 of us. Well, 6 now.
Where are they all?
Oh, they've all got jobs. You'll meet them tonight.
Are you running this place now?
Yes, I took over from Karen. Pays not much, so I do a bit of cleaning part-time. Helps me get by.
This young bloke that Dor keeps talking about, is he okay?
Well, I've never met him, but from what she says, he seems all right.
He better be. Otherwise, I'll straighten him out good and proper.
Oh, I'd like to see Lizzie Birdsworth, please. My name's Paul Reed.
Oh, come in, Mr. Reed.
Thank you.
She's in the kitchen.
Good morning, Lizzie. How are you? I just came to say that I'm sorry for what happened yesterday. I don't blame you for being mad at me. It was unforgivable. Oh, well, we can talk about the money some other time.
Money? What money?
The special payment on your pension, I've got the documents here. But if you'd rather not discuss it right now...
Ah, not so fast. You run out on me once before. You're gonna do it again.
Lizzie, I wouldn't dream of it. Look, why don't I drive you over to the department's offices and help make up for yesterday?
Well, I think that's a good idea.
All right, then. I'll just go and get dressed.
I mean, I think this newspaper idea could be terrific. Keep us in touch anyway. Know what I mean? Oh, blimey, what's wrong with you lot today?
Shut your trap.
So, Lizzie's gone, so what? It's going to happen to all of us one day. Can't be soon enough for me.
Shut your trap or I'll shut it for you. And what are you so keen about anyway?
Me? Keen? On what? Oh, the newspaper. Well, we get remissions, don't we, working on stuff like that?
I might have known you'd be in it for yourself.
Oh, come on, Bea. It'd be good for everyone knowing what's going on.
She's probably got her hooks into the new social worker.
Oh, yeah. The blonde bombshell.
Oh, he's all right. At least he keeps his word.
Oh, yeah, he's a regular Flash Gordon, is our Mr. Reed.
You think so, do you, Smith? For your information, he couldn't even handle Birdsworth's release.
What happened to Lizzie's release?
She was left stranded outside the prison because your Mr. Reed messed up arrangements.
Is she okay?
Did she get to the halfway house all right?
Eventually. Mrs. Davidson took her. So I wouldn't put too much faith in your Flash Gordon if I were you.
Can I have your attention for a moment, ladies? Got some suggestions here for our newspaper project.
Oh, have you now?
Yes, I thought you might all like to take a look. Well, what's the matter?
What you did to Lizzie, that's what's the matter.
Oh, I see. Well, I've already seen Lizzie. I've apologized, and everything's fine.
Well, you might have conned your way back in with Lizzie, but you haven't with us.
Yeah, right.
A social worker's supposed to help us, right?
Right?
Wrong. You're so busy running around like some comic book hero, you don't give a stuff about us. Well, I've only got one thing to say to you, Superman. You can stick your newspaper where the monkey put the nuts.
Yeah, forget it.
That goes for all of you, does it? I see.
And where are you going?
To the dunny. Mr. Reed. You know what they're like in there. There will be something else, won't there? Something else we can work on.
Don't worry, Chrissy, you'll get your chance at extra remissions. And I'm not about to give up on you lot. Bloody place is like a telegraph office.
Oh?
B. Smith and her crowd found out what happened with Lizzie Birdsworth, and they've boycotted the newspaper idea. I'd love to know how they found out.
Well, I didn't tell anybody.
No, I know you didn't. Now, what's it matter how they get their information? They obviously don't need a newspaper to keep in touch. You going home?
Well, it's that time of day.
Okay, I'll give you a lift.
No, it's okay.
No, I insist.
Right, thank you. No, finish your coffee first. How's Tony?
Oh, fine. I'm very pleased, actually. Now, my biggest problem at the moment is finding something to keep the women occupied. Something to replace the newspaper idea with.
It's a pity we haven't got more money behind us. Then perhaps you could start an internal radio station like the one they've got at Pentridge.
That's not a bad idea.
Come on, radio stations cost money.
You'd be surprised where you can get funds from for worthwhile projects. After you.
That you, Dad? Hi.
Hi. Well, what did you want to talk to me about?
Oh, this and that. You know, me, I suppose. Like I said in the phone.
Yeah. Come on, let's sit down.
Well, you know, Mum's gone, and there's no sense in us busting up. Dad, I really want you to be proud of me. And I've thought it all through, and I'm going to prove to you that you can be.
I already am.
There's just one thing that you've got to do, and that's... Well, just accept that I'm not a kid anymore, okay?
I'm sorry if I've given you the impression that I thought you were.
Well, I guess it was my fault, really. Going off my face like that.
Well, you won't be sorry.
Sorry? What for?
Continuing with your studies.
Dad, what I'm trying to say to you is I'm old enough to make my own decisions. And I've decided to quit tech and get a job.
I see.
Dad...
You have decided, have you? There's no getting through to you, is there? I've busted my back trying to give you every chance. Obviously, you think you know better, so why don't you get out and try it?
All right. I will. I'm getting out now. That's what you want, isn't it?
What are you doing,
Gone!
Lizzie?
You frightened the life out of me.
You were told not to touch that. Rhonda told you, didn't she?
Why has Rhonda got a knife into me? I'm only a harmless old woman.
She hasn't got a knife into you. It's the same for everybody. There's no drinking on the premises. It's the rule.
She's got a stone where her heart ought to be.
Yeah, well, if you don't stop doing it, I'm going to have to tell her.
What? Are you a lagger now?
It's not lagging.
Could you get that, Doreen?
Yes. Sit down. This is Lizzie. I'll go and get Rhonda. She runs the place.
Me. Nice afternoon.
Hello. Can I help you? I'm Caroline Simpson, and this is my mother, Vivian Williams.
Oh, what happened there?
My father was drinking, and he got a bit violent.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah, what a bastard.
Could we stay the night here, please?
I'm sorry, this isn't a refuge.
Well, if we go back home, he'll bash her again.
The mean, cowardly
I
son.
know this has nothing to do with you. I'm sorry, we shouldn't have bothered you.
We can't go back home.
I can give you the address of a women's refuge.
We're here now. Why can't we stay?
Carolyn.
No, Mum. Please.
Really, I'm sorry, but this place is solely for ex-prisoners. The refuge is only a few minutes away. I can give you their card.
Oh, believe me, I didn't want to come here. Carolyn, I'm going home.
I thought these places were supposed to help people.
The refuge is equipped to deal with this kind of problem. They can help you.
It's a family problem. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
Mum.
Well, I don't reckon it's right.
Yeah, but those are the rules. You said so yourself.
Yeah, but just 'cause there's rules doesn't mean you can't make exceptions.
That's just what I was trying to tell you.
I'm sorry, love, but we've little enough space as it is. If word gets round we're a refuge, we won't have enough space for our own people.
Yeah, but they needed help.
You think I enjoyed turning them away? We're a halfway house. The refuge won't accept ex-prisoners.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have a shower.
I'm going to fix my hair.
Mum, let's go to the refuge. I've got their card.
I won't. It's bad enough those people knowing all our private affairs.
Oh, you're being silly. Dad's getting more and more violent and you won't even tell anyone.
Can't help it. It's not his fault.
Forget whose fault it is. Do you enjoy being beaten up?
He was such a wonderful man.
Oh, I know, Mum. But he's changed since the accident. And he takes it out on you.
He needs me. And I married him for better or worse.
You know how to help him. Tell the police. He won't go to counselling. He has to be made to stop for his own sake.
Darling, I'm going home now. He's always all right when he's calmed down a bit. You don't have to come.
Of course I'm coming.
Anyway, it looks like they've killed the whole idea, so there's no point brooding over it. Besides, I think a radio station would be far more interesting for them. They can play their own kind of music, all that sort of stuff. Morning.
Wouldn't that be enormously expensive?
Oh, well, it wouldn't actually be a broadcasting station. It would be a PA system throughout the prison. Mind you, that's not exactly cheap, so I'm working on a few ideas.
Well, keep me informed. Right now, there's something else. Roslyn Colson, the second VJ, is coming today, and he's going to review the situation.
I think she should be released from solitary.
What happened to your tough line policy?
Well, she had to learn that we weren't to be pushed around. I think she has learned that.
Well, she's proved stubborn before.
Yes, but in the past, she's always thought that she would win. I brought her some textbooks in, if she's interested. They're all around HSC levels. I've got a feeling she's ready to start and work. Oh, good morning, Rosalind.
Morning.
Finding this pretty hard to take, huh? Listen, are you still interested in continuing with your HSC studies?
That'd be good.
The second VJ will be seeing you sometime today.
Yes, I know.
He may sentence you to another week in here. I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
Thanks.
Cheer up. I'll try very hard.
How's it going, Debbie?
Oh, all right, I suppose.
Yeah, has the supervisor been round yet?
About 5 minutes ago.
Great. Means we've got a couple of minutes then. Debbie. Yeah. It's a real nice name.
I've always liked it.
Yeah. Real nice. You don't talk much, do you?
What's to talk about?
I don't know. Don't you like me?
Well, you're okay, I guess.
Okay? What, just okay? Hey, but, I mean, look what I got to offer. I'm handsome and intelligent and modest.
Especially modest.
Yeah, and I like chicks who don't come on strong, you know? Chicks like you. Bit of a mystery.
Yeah, sure.
It's a fact. Listen, do you like listening to music?
Yeah.
Well, some of them will be going down to a disco tonight. Do you want to come with me?
Oh, yeah. That'd be nice.
Great. All right, I'll pick you up about 6:30. I know this great little restaurant.
Oh, I think I'd better meet you there.
No way. Where do you live?
I'm staying with friends.
Where? Hey, look, what's the problem? Don't you think they'll like me? I mean, I promise I'll even clean my shoes.
Look, I think I'd better meet you there.
Why?
I just want to, that's all.
Yeah, OK, that's all right. I'll drop in later and let you know the address. See ya.
Come in.
The VJ's just arrived. Thought I'd better let you know.
Oh, well, that's perfect timing. I was just finishing my report on Colson.
Oh. How is she?
Well, I think she's learned that she can't battle the authorities anymore. She wants to start studying again, so I'm recommending that she be released from the pound.
Oh, so you think she's finally seen the light?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. She's had a pretty tough time of it.
Yeah, I brought her some books in. If she does get out of the pound today, she can start studying tonight.
Ah, before the old what's the use syndrome sets in.
Yes.
Are these Tony's?
Yes.
Has he given up his studies?
Mrs. Jackson, that's really none of your business.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't
That's
mean...
perfectly all right. If you don't mind, I am on my way to see the VJ.
Mr. Reed thought you might like to clean up a bit. Latham can take your dirty clothes back to the laundry. Hurry up, the VJ's waiting for you.
Yes, Mr. Fletcher.
You all right, Ross? I mean, you've been locked in here that long and... you know.
Yeah, I'm okay. I guess.
You reckon you'll get more time in here?
Dunno. Listen, do me a favour, would you?
Yeah?
Sneak this out with the clothes.
Oh, yeah, but how'd you get that in here?
I'll tell you later. Yes, Mr. Fletcher.
Oh, hello, Rhonda.
Where have you been, Lizzie?
I just doing a bit of shopping. I came in the back way so I wouldn't disturb you.
What did you buy?
Just bits and pieces. How'd you like a cuppa? Put your feet up and I'll bring you one.
What's in the bag?
Don't you trust me?
Frankly, no.
Oh, Rhonda.
Lizzie, I warned you. We have rules here.
You think I don't know that? Look, this is for cooking. See? Show you. Cooking with wine. I was thinking about what you said to me yesterday, and I reckon you was right. I can't afford to take Dora out to one of them expensive restaurants, so I'm gonna cook a real slap-up dinner for yous all tonight.
All right, Lizzie. You can spend the afternoon cooking. And when you've finished, I'm going to lock up whatever wine's left over. And there'd better be some.
Well, that's just what I was going to suggest.
And while we're on the subject, what happened to the bottle of sherry I put in that cupboard?
Oh, there was hardly any left. I heard Dora say something about throwing it out, probably in the dustbin.
Empty, of course.
Well, Dora wouldn't have drunk it. She probably dipped it down the sink.
wasn't Doreen I was thinking about. Well, if you're going to have that dinner ready, you'd better get on with it.
Yeah, I can hardly wait to get stuck into it. The cooking, I mean. You just wait.
Hi, Debbie. Oh, hi, Shirley. How's it going? Oh, okay, I guess. Wish I was out here instead of stuck on a typewriter all day. Then Mr. Muir, you know, he's a dirty old perv. Spends all his time looking down your dress. Yeah? I mean, I don't know how old he is, but he'd have to be at least 50. Not like he was one of the drivers, eh? Some of them you wouldn't mind. Well, they're all right. All right? You got it made out here, Deb. Not like being locked up all day with a dirty old perv. You going to the disco tonight? Yeah, sounds like a great night. Hey, why don't you come? I am. Kevin Burns asked me. Kevin? Hey, he's fantastic. What'd you do? Well, he just came out and asked me. He just came out and asked you. Listen, Debbie, half the chicks in the place are after him. No kidding. What'd you say to him? We was just talking, and he asked me. Just talking about what? Well, nothing, really. He was just saying what a great guy he was. And I said I didn't believe him. I bet you can't wait to get him back to your place, eh? Oh, come on, Debbie's real spunky. Oh, yeah, but he won't be coming to my place. Why not? Well, I don't want him to, that's all. I just want to be friends.
Ross, they let you out. Terrific.
Yes, all right. Come on, break it up. Colson, you can help with the sheets. All right, the rest of you, come on back to work.
Well, you must have struck a soft VJ.
It's Paul Reed. He stuck up for me.
Mr. Reed. You know what he did to Lizzie? Left her dumped outside the gates with no one to turn to.
Don't know anything about that. All I know is he got me out of the pound. And I'm very grateful.
Yeah, well, you take it from me, kid. You had a soft VJ. It had nothing to do with Flash Gordon.
Paul Reed got me off. You're wrong about him, Dee.
Don't tell me I'm wrong about him.
Well, you are.
Oh, all right. If you're so stupid to put your faith in him, you go right ahead, miss. When you fall flat on your face, don't come running to me. And in the meantime, what about this little number?
Could I have it back, please?
Where did you get it?
Lizzie snuck it in for me.
Well, now, is that right?
I'd like to return it to its owner.
And aren't we just too good to be true? And who's its owner?
I don't know yet.
Look, he's had it anyway. The batteries are flat.
I could get new batteries for it if I knew them. Ah, not with the effort. You know what your step, Ros? If the owner of that finds out you had it in the pound, you might just wind up right back in there.
Come in. Ah, Rosalind. Thank you, Mrs. Jackson. Well, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to say thank you for your help with the VJ.
Well, that's all part of my job.
I'd like your help with something else.
Yes, of course.
It's a bit unusual. When I was in solitary, Lizzie was worried about me. She bought me a present. This.
And?
Well, I don't think it was hers. I'd like to return it to the owner.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll make some inquiries.
You know if it gets out that I had that in the pound,
Discreet inquiries.
Thanks.
Where's Dad? Inside, getting dressed.
Off to the pub again, is he?
He can't help it, darling. He gets so frustrated not being able to work.
Mum.
Look, you've got to try to understand him, Carolyn.
What's there to understand?
It's only since the accident.
It's rubbish, Mum, and you know it. Plenty of other people can't work because of disabilities, but they manage to live reasonably normal lives. What makes him so different?
What are you staring at? What, do you want me to beg?
We're a bit short, Brian. This is all I've got. Till the cheque comes tomorrow.
I'll bet.
Not even a thank you.
Well, he didn't believe it was all I had.
And was it?
Of course it was. But the cheque comes tomorrow. It's all right.
Mum, remember Shirley, the girl I used to work with? She's living in Adelaide now. I wrote to her. We could go over there and stay with her for a while till we get on our feet.
I couldn't do that, Carolyn.
Why?
Run out on him now, after all he's been through. You go, dear. I know how you feel. You need a new start.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, your divorce will be through soon. You just need a new start, that's all.
Mum, it's got nothing to do with my divorce.
No, dear, I know, but...
Look, can't you see? You've got to get away from here. Dad's getting worse and worse all the time. I'm frightened for you, Mum.
Yes, I know you are, darling. But I'm all right. Really.
Oh, for heaven's sake, how can you say that? You know what it'll be like when he comes home? You know we're going to sit here all night, dreading it.
I just wish you'd stop badgering me, Carolyn. All I know is you want me to run out on your father when he needs me. Well, I never will.
Damn.
What's the matter? Lost something?
Yeah, my car keys.
The phantom pickpocket strikes again.
Oh, good day. What pickpocket?
Oh, Vera was saying she's lost a transistor radio somewhere. It's just disappeared.
No, she probably left it at home and forgot about it, that's all. You finished for the night, Paul?
Oh, no, I have a couple of other things to do.
Well, we'll see you in the morning then.
Good night.
Bye.
Hi, Rhonda. Hey, that smells fantastic.
Hi.
Well, I took Lizzie's advice.
What was that?
Well, that boy Kevin at work, he's asked me out, and I'm going.
Tonight?
Yeah, he's going to buy me dinner, and then we're going to a disco.
G'day, Dor. Oh, I'm glad to see you. Listen, love, I've cooked such a meal for you. Took me all afternoon to work it out. None of that muck they used to serve you up at Wentworth. This is real cording bleu stuff that Clara cooked.
See, that's real nice, but...
No trouble at all, love. I had a terrific time working it all out. I reckon I got my old touch back. I've tried stuff that I haven't touched for 40 years.
Oh, it'll be terrific, Lizzie.
You can't say that until you tasted it. And you got to tell me whether you like it or not. I've done everything real fancy. I even went out and I bought some candles.
Well, they'll be real good, Lizzie.
I don't know. I was supposed to meet her for dinner ages ago, but she didn't show up. I thought she must have come straight here. You don't know where she lives, do you?
Sorry.
Something must be wrong.
Listen, Kev, I hate to say it, but maybe she just stood you up. I mean, she's a funny sort of a chick.
What do you mean, funny?
Well, you know, don't have much to say for herself.
No, look, she's just not the pushy type, that's all.
Sure. No use hanging around out here. Come inside with us. If she turns up, she'll find you. If not, see her tomorrow.
No, thanks, Cheryl. I'll give her another minute. See ya.
Mum, you sure you don't want to go to bed?
No, dear, I have to wait up for him.
What's the point?
It's worse if I don't. Darling, would you like some tea?
I had some.
All on $5? Or have we been borrowing again?
Carolyn.
Borrowing? Don't you mean bludging? Why don't you say what you mean?
Dad, we're trying to watch TV.
Brian.
Shut up! Sure, I bludged $20 down the pub. Does that make you feel good? I begged for money here and you tell me lies. So I begged down at the pub. Does that make you feel good?
Oh, Brian, please don't let
Get your hands off me, you bitch! You've got the money, but you just like to see me beg, don't you? You want to see me beg, don't you? Well, we'll see who's bloody well gonna beg.
Oh, Mum, are you okay?
We'll see who'll beg.
Well, let's get out of here.
Just leave him. He'll be all right.
Mummy's not safe.
Now we'll see who'll
so
beg.
stupid.
Come on now, beg, you bitch, or I'll kill you. Beg! Go on!
No! You don't know what you're doing.
Beg! I'll kill you. Oh.